Greetings adventurers, I'm Lorne Gaming, and welcome to another video where I'll be breaking down what was discussed during the Japanese livestream today for tomorrow's May 30th update. Now just a quick shout out to Alba from the unofficial DanMemo Discord. He's also known as Leon369 now, for providing the translations. I was there watching the entire livestream, woke up early, watched the whole entire hour, but Alba is always there to provide us with the translations for the new content right away so we know what's going on. So thank you very much for that. I'll put a link to the unofficial Discord in the description. So the new event is going to be called Grand Days Eve. Now this actually is not the anniversary event, or at least the main one. This is more of a primer to the main thing, but we are getting 7 new characters, 6 of which will be on the banners, and 1 is a new event character. Now the 7 characters that we are getting are Finn, Osfi, Philippa, Freya, Aina, Riveria, and the last one is the event character, Shakti, who you might recognize from the Kino's Journey collaboration event. She actually appeared in the beginning of it because she's part of the Ganesha family, who is actually like the main police force in Mario. So you're introduced to her in that story, and now we get to see her in the actual game and be able to play with her. I will now give a brief breakdown of all the characters, so you have an idea of whether or not you want to roll for them. Just keep in mind, you might not want to go too hard on your Iris right now because the main anniversary event is coming in a few weeks, so don't go too hard if you're not sure if you want these characters or not. But let's start with Finn. Alright, so the new Finn is a physical type adventurer with comparable strength to Sparkle Princess Eyes, one of the better physical characters in the game. His special arts is a single target ultra physical attack with a very high penetration rate and a temporary strength boost. His first combat skill is a single target high physical attack with a temporary strength boost. His second skill is an AoE mid-level physical attack. And his last skill is a single target low physical attack that also buffs his strength by 75% over 4 turns. So this Finn is crazy strong after using that strength buff for single target. If you don't have a physical adventure already, that's pretty good. You can go ahead and roll for Finn if you don't have like Sparkle Princess Eyes or Kino or Otter. But it's worth mentioning that you can also craft his own character weapon that could have a possibility of having 30% crit, which will mean he'll hit really hard when he does. Our second character is Osfi, a balance type character. Her special arts is an AoE ultra physical attack with a very high chance to deal 25% max HP as poison damage. Her first combat skill is an AoE high physical attack. Her second skill is a high priority, meaning it usually goes first, a 30% damage cut from all sources of damage for the entire party for 3 turns. Her last combat skill is a mid-level party heal that also buffs the entire party's counter rate by 30% for 2 turns. She's not that bad. The damage cut looks really useful for expected outputs of high damage, like in Monster Philia, when some of the later bosses will cast like a magic or strength buff on themselves, and they'll start doing lots of damage to you, so that would be a very useful skill to have. Unfortunately, with Osfi, you'll have to choose between having a magic weapon to increase your healing, or her own character weapon that has double crit on it for physical damage. All in all, you might want to skip on this unit because of future units that may be announced later with the actual anniversary event. So with Osfi, I'd probably hold off on using my Iris until we see what units are coming out of the next banner after this event. Next up is the new Philippa, a magic type adventurer. Her special arts is an AoE Magic Thunder magic attack with a temporary magic boost. Her first skill is a single target high thunder magic attack. It also debuffs the enemy's thunder resistance by 40% for 2 turns. Her second skill is an AoE high thunder magic attack that debuffs the enemy's thunder resistance by 30% for 2 turns. And her third skill is a self-buff guard rate for 45% for 3 turns. At first glance, she'd be a great unit to have to expand your currently available magic units, because most of the ones we have right now are all light damage like Elven Wick and Lafia, and Lovely Travel Lily, both being light damage. It's nice to have someone with thunder damage if we're facing a monster that resists physical, but also resist light magic, like in one of the Monster Philia phases. One of those monsters resists physical and is like immune to light. So it's very nice to have someone that's not a light magic user in Philippa. Now for this next unit, I'm actually very excited for her. The new Riveria will be a balance type unit, and her special arts is an AoE ultralight magic attack. It also has a 30% chance to apply Seal. Her first skill buffs your entire team's magic by 45% for 4 turns. Now that's pretty incredible if you're making a magic team. That buff is pretty substantial. Her second skill has a high priority of happening first. It's an AoE medium light magic attack with a 15% chance to stun enemies. And her third skill is an AoE high light magic based attack that also buffs the enemy's light resistance by 25% for 4 turns. And that third skill is also very useful, especially if working in tandem with Elven Wickling Lafia and Lovely Travel Lily, who are both light units. So if you have like a party of this Riveria, Lafia, and Lily, you're going to be hitting pretty dang hard with your light magic attacks. So Riveria, a beautiful support for light magic and just magic in general, because that 45% is quite substantial. And there's going to be more about Riveria later on in this video. For the new Freya assist, she's endurance based and max limit break. She gives the whole team 100% charm resistance and the enemy team an 8% endurance debuff. In my opinion, she's not really worth drawing for. She seems to be sticking to the common theme of new 4-star assists, getting ailment resistance plus an endurance debuff. So it's kind of counterproductive to have more than one of those out at a time, because your endurance debuffs are not going to stack on the assist characters. If you already have Dionysus, who has charm resistance, and Olabrad Hestia or Beautiful Admirer Freya, they both have a different kind of resistance, but they both have the endurance debuff. I don't think you really need this particular Freya, but she does have decent defenses and HP for those wanting a new assist character to have. If there's any assist character you should be going for on this banner, it is this, the new 4-star Aina. She's a magic based assist. She gives a whopping 600 magic in max limit break. That has to be one of the highest amounts of magic an assist character can give, I bet you. But her assist skill is to nullify a magic attack, excluding special arts of course. But she's basically like the magic version of Chloe, familiar with her. She'll nullify the first magic attack done to your characters. 2 magic attacks if she's a max limit break. So, right now we're in the physical meta for Wargames, but as we get more and more magic characters, Aina will become more and more relevant. So definitely try to get one of Aina before the event ends, otherwise it's going to be very difficult to get her. Alright, I'm going to move my face just for this character, the 3-star Shakti, who you can get during the event. Her special art is an AoE high physical attack. Her first skill is an AoE high physical damage attack with a temporary strength boost to strength. Her second skill is a self buff to strength by 50% for 4 turns, and her last skill is a self MP regen by 30%. Now, if you're a newer player, she's a pretty solid physical attacker to have, but if you've been playing the game for a while, she's just another event character to get the 5 bonds for, and then kind of forget about unless there's a special war game or event where we can only use 3 stars. But she's actually quite decent after using her strength buff if you're a newer player and need a physical unit right away. Plus she looks pretty nice. Armpits. And that does it for the new characters. Now if you're familiar with how the events have worked previously, this will be pretty familiar to you. You go through the event quest, get your rewards from all the quest, and then you'll start farming the quest to get all the bonds for Shakti. And while you do that, you'll get these medals that you can use in the brand new event box. If you're familiar with how the event box worked, you get a 3-star ticket in each round, and you can reset that after you get that ticket. But for this particular box in this event, there are 2 3-star tickets in each box. So that's a max of 30, with there being 15 regular rounds of the loot box until it just changes to Hero Fauna. But rather than like the CP gift items or the keynote character weapon tokens from earlier, you get a token for Riveria's staff, her character weapon, in this box. So you can power up your new Riveria or your previous ones by crafting this new weapon for her, and you'll need to get the materials in this box to make that staff for her. Whoa, my face changed locations again. Anyway, with the event, there's going to be a new heroic trial where you can get a Riveria bond. So if you have your new Riveria and your new staff, you can now get a free limit break for that new Riveria. Pretty useful for a magic team. So our current record buster will end shortly after the event starts, and the new Wargames season will begin. But with Wargames, there is one interesting new change that we probably will be getting in the North American version, but currently they only showed this off for the Japanese live stream, so anything could happen, but I'm pretty sure we're going to get this change as well. We have no reason to believe we won't. For the new Wargames, we'll be able to customize the AI for our team. For each set of adventure and assist, you'll be able to prioritize different focuses in behavior, ranging from single target attacks, AoE attacks, buffs, debuffs, healing, ailment cures, or just making them set to balanced, which is probably close to the behavior that's happening right now. So for example, if you have Sparkling Princess Eyes and set her to AoE attacks, more than likely, she will always use her AoE attack. Always. No more, oh my god, she just used single target, and now I'm going to lose because she used single target. She's now going to use AoE if you set her to AoE. Also, you can pick which character you should, the AI is going to prioritize the special arts for. Very useful. No more like photo special arts when I kind of need eyes to use hers right now. So, these AI changes should make the whole paradigm for Wargames quite interesting. And this one's a small little update. Basically, the pickup banner rates are going to be increased, so the featured characters will now be a 1% chance, up from a 0.5% chance. So, like, for example, with banners like the previous Sparkling Princess Eyes, or the current Elven Awakening Freya, rather than you just having a 0.5% chance to get them, it's now a 1% chance, and that's only going to go into effect with the May 30th update, so it's not going to happen for Freya, but it will happen for the next pickup characters. And up next, I'm going to touch on this briefly because it's only in the Japanese news page right now. It's not confirmed for North America just yet, but from June 6th to June 19th, there's going to be a new banner every day, and it's going to be a rerun of previous banners that have been out in Japan. So previous event banners, previous time-limited event banners, like the summer one you can see there, Halloween, Christmas, Detective Anya, and Chloe, all that stuff. It's going to be rerun every day until the actual anniversary happens, starting from June 6th. But we don't know if we're getting that yet, so that's something to think about and save your ears about, just in case. On those banners, the first and fifth rolls on each one will give you a guaranteed unit from the banner. And one last bit of news, the actual live DanMemo anniversary event in Japan will be streamed via YouTube, so be on the lookout for a link for that. I'll probably tweet it out and put it in my Discord when the stream is actually happening, but it's set to happen June 9th at 8 o'clock in Japan, and I think that's going to just translate to like early Saturday morning, so wake up for that, guys. Wake up for that. During that live stream, they'll have special guests. The voice actor for Belle, Matsuoka-san. He's like my favorite male voice actor, so he's a really cool guy. If you don't know other roles he's been in, he's Soma from Shokugeki no Soma or Food Wars. He's Kirito from Sword Art Online, and he's also Betelgeuse from ReZero. Not many people would think that, going off like Belle's voice, Kirito's voice, and Soma's voice, but yes, he is also Betelgeuse from ReZero. So I'm actually quite excited to see what he does during the event. If you actually seen like videos of him or interviews with him, he's a pretty funny guy. He's pretty cool. He actually has like a small cooking show during the Shokugeki no Soma stuff. So I think it's gonna be a fun event. I'll definitely be watching it. They should also be doing the live drawings for the lottery during that time, so hopefully we win something there. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Yes, I'm gonna end this video on the screen with Matsuoka-san right here, but I'm looking forward to the event. Remember to save up your Iris. Double check to make sure you want to spend it or not, because the actual anniversary event is coming up around the corner. I will definitely be making guides about the event stuff in the near future, so be on the lookout for that. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, go ahead and give me a like and subscribe to my channel for more content. Join my Discord if you want to just chat or have any questions about the game itself. Follow me on Twitter if you want to be updated on what I'm doing. And as always, guys, enjoy your time adventuring Mario and the dungeon. This is Wargames, and I'm signing out.